What's up, everybody? Today is November 3rd of 2020, Election Day here in the United States. In this video, I want to quickly talk about the numerology of the death of an actor who was shot and killed in a suburb of Dallas this past week. His name was Eddie Hassel. Now, of course, numerology is a combination of the language of Gematria, the practice of coding numbers and letters into words and phrases, and aligning them with dates on the calendar. And we start with the gematria of the name Eddie Hassel. Notice how his name has matching 13 and 49 gematria with the city of Dallas, where he was allegedly killed outside of. Furthermore, in reverse, the city of Dallas has gematria of 113 and 41. Numbers we also find in the last name, Hassel. Eddie Hassel was born on the date July 16th of 1990. If we add 7 plus 16 plus 90, we find he also had 113 birth numerology. He was killed on November 1st, which also falls 1 month and 13 days before this year's total solar eclipse. The number 113 is a prime number. And again, the name Hassel and Dallas, both summing to 113. The name Hassel sharing a lot of the same letters as Dallas as well. So again, 113, the 30th prime number. And the meat of this riddle lies in the fact that Eddie Hassel lived in Waco, Texas, which is stated in this news article here from the Times. In the reduction cipher, Waco, Texas has a value of 30. Here's the part of the article stating Mr. Hassel lived in Waco, Texas. And 30 stands out because that's the age at which he was killed. Furthermore, Eddie Hassel died 108 days after his birthday. Notice how the name Eddie equals 108 in reverse. And we're told that he died in Grand Prairie, Texas, the suburb of Dallas. Grand Prairie, Texas, also 270 in reverse. The name Eddie, 27 in all of the other base ciphers. But in regards to the 108, Eddie 108 dying 108 days after his birthday, this brings us to the Waco siege. Of course, anytime someone in America, especially if you're my age, and you remember the Waco siege, whenever you hear Waco, Texas, you think of this event. And this, of course, is the event that the riddle is related to. Now, if you measure from April 19th, 1993, which was the date of the siege, this was also the date that cult member, or leader, I should say, David Koresh was killed. We find that Eddie died 1,008 days after the Waco siege. So if we look at Ed Hassel's age on the date of his death, we see that he was 1,580 weeks old. This 158 stood out to me because the name Ed Hassel sums to 158 in reverse. If you instead measure from the date of the Waco siege to the date of his death, you get exactly 10,058 days. Recall, the reverse value of Freemasonry is 158. And a very significant number to Masonry is 33, which is said to be the highest degree of Masonry. Masonry sums to 33. David Koresh died at the age of 33. And Eddie Hassel was born a very neat 30 years, 333 days after David Koresh. Now, what's interesting is if we measure from David Koresh's birthday, which was on August 17th, to the date of Hassel's death, we get 76 days. Hassel equals 76 in ordinal. So does Koresh. Eddie Hassel has 132 and 42 birth numerology if we take the digits in his birthday and add them together. Notice how Waco, Texas equals 132 in reverse, while Waco on its own sums to 42 in ordinal. Eddie Hassel died on the date November 1st, which is written globally as 11-1 or 111. In the alphabetic order, Waco, Texas equals 111. By virtue of this 111 value in ordinal, Waco, Texas sums to 666 in Sumerian Gematria. Notice also how Waco, Texas has matching Gematria with 666. In the Jewish cipher, 666 sums to 1197. He was killed on the date November 1st, which equals 1197. Notice how Eddie Hassel, born on July 16th, that was the 197th day of the year. And if you measure from the anniversary of the Waco siege to the date of his death, you get a span of 197 days. But we're talking about the number 666, as we so often do on this channel, explaining how it's coded into all of these riddles. Well, 666 is what we call a triangular number. If you add every number, 1 through 36, you get the number 666. November 1st, because this is a leap year, was the 306th day of the year. The date also leaves 60 days on the calendar. 666 sums to 60 in reverse. His death was also 166 weeks and 6 days after the first Great American Eclipse. But let's look more closely at his age at death. Now, the number 666 is revealed to be the number of the beast in the 66th book of the Bible. And 66 is the 11th triangular number. So if you add every number 1 through 11, you get a sum of 66. And on the date he died, Eddie Hassel was 11,066 days old. They even mention in the subheadline that he moved to Los Angeles at the age of 11. And then he moved to Waco, which sums to 66 in reverse. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Peace, love, God bless. We'll talk to you next time. See ya.